Of course everyone wants to know, am I dating? Would you take birth control when you're married? Making out? Honestly, yes. Someone asked me. Oh, shisa. Oh, I forgot I can't say that. Hello YouTube and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Jeanine Amapola, and if this is your first time seeing my face, what's up? My name is Jeanine. I hope you guys will subscribe and stick around for more of my videos. So for today's video, I kind of want to just jump right into this. I wanted to do a sit down, more chill Q&A video because I recently, if you've been following me on Instagram and my vlog channel, you saw that I fudged my arm up. Yeah, I'll show y'all. It's pretty bad. But it doesn't look cute in a sling, and so that's what's going on with my arm right now. It's very swollen, and so I was like, I'm not gonna do anything crazy this week. I honestly should probably have it rested up here. But I injured my arm and I was like, I don't want to do anything crazy. So I was like, we're just going to do a chill sit down video this week and just answer some of y'all's questions from Instagram. So of course I'll be taking all the questions from Instagram. So if you want to be featured in the next one, just follow me on my Instagram, Jeanine Amapola, and I'm going to just be going through and answering y'all's questions. So I just wanted something simple and chill so that I wouldn't overexert my arm. But if you watch my Instagram, you probably saw how I did it. I was basically wrestling with a guy friend I know, and I had my arm out like that, and he rolled onto my arm and snapped it backwards. And so I have a doctor's appointment on Monday to get an MRI to double check that it's not fractured. So prayers for that. I'm just gonna try to be really raw and honest and real in this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's just get right into it. Also, before we start, I wanted to let you guys know that I dropped a new sweater for my Abide merch. It's the black sweater, and there's John 15 on the sleeve. The link is down below. Love the sweater. I'm wearing a size large for sizing comparison. I love it oversized. It's so comfy and so soft. Hope you guys will check it out. Again, the link is down below if you want to cop the sweater that I'm using right now. Whitney asked me, is Dallas your forever home? Now, as of right now, since I'm moving back March 1st, if you guys didn't know, I got a house and I'll be moving back March 1st. I do think Dallas is my forever home, but I was just telling a friend the other day that even if I bought a house and I lived in it for a year and then I heard the Lord tell me go somewhere else or go abroad or go do mission work somewhere else or whatever, I would do it. So as of right now, in my rational mind, sure, Dallas is my forever home, but it may not be, it could change. I don't know. How are you so confident? I would say throughout the years, I've gained confidence. I just think first and foremost, when you know your identity in the Lord, you know who God's called you to be, and you just rest in that, you carry a certain difference around with you where you're not seeking people's validation and approval for them to like you or tell you you're pretty or tell you you look good or anything of that sort. It's I've worked so hard on myself of loving myself and working out and dressing the way I love that makes me feel good and doing my hair and doing my makeup certain ways. But I really just feel like I don't really need necessarily someone's approval. I don't need to walk in a room and I don't need someone to be like, dang, you look so good, for me to feel like I look good, because I'm confident in what I'm wearing and what I'm doing in my body. And sure, there's definitely days where I'm not confident. Let me tell you that, definitely. But I've worked up to this point in my life where I feel very good and secure in my skin and who I am and who God's called me to be and what I look like. And again, of course, there's days where I don't feel cute. I'm gonna go get my hair done, or I might get a lash perm, or I might do microblading on my eyebrows. But overall, it's just taken me years to just learn that God doesn't make mistakes, and who I am is who God intended for me to be. So yeah. Someone asked me, would you ever sign up for a dating show? And the answer is no, especially The Bachelor. I just feel like that show has gotten very toxic, and then with cancel culture, I feel like people really just dig up things and they're just nasty about it. And for some good reasons, of course, but then for some, I already have so many people watching me. I have so many eyeballs. I have people already critiquing me and judging my life and picking things apart. And so I just can't imagine being on national television and people judging what I'm wearing, what I look like, what I say, my little emotions and interactions. I just can't imagine people doing that. And I just don't foresee that being the way that I would find love. I just don't. I really, really don't. Especially since I know so many people on the show, a lot of them have said that the Bachelor franchise is just not really looking out for you, and it's just not the best, and they twist the way that you're portrayed, and it's just, I just don't feel like I would ever want to go on a show and just give full control of how they want to portray me. They could portray me as the crazy cuckoo Christian, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm like that, because I don't think I am. And I was asked to be on this HBO dating show, and I even said no, and I was just like, I just don't think I can do it. I really don't. Okay, Stephanie asked me, spill the tea. How are you friends with so many people from The Bachelor? This is just purely coincidence. Now, I would say some people I've met at events, some people I had friends in common with, some people I knew before they went on the show, some people I met and then I DM'd them and then we became friends. Like, definitely will admit that. I've DM'd people just being like, hey, loved the way you handled that situation on the show. Like, I'll respond to people and like, I'll basically cheer people on if I see them handling something really well on the show. And so then they'll respond and then we become friends. But a lot of it is just honestly like pure accidents. Like, I've not ever kind of like gone out of my way to be like, I need to be friends with that person from The Bachelor. Definitely not like that, especially with Maddie. Maddie and I had tons of friends in common, and all of them were like, you and Maddie would just be so great as friends together. My friend Noah, like, I knew my friend Noah before he went on the show, and then he introduced me to other Bachelor people. So it just kind of like developed and grew and grew and grew. But in the very beginning, like I said, there were a couple people I did DM, but most of the people I meet at events, especially living in LA, that's typically how I meet them. But I, for some reason, know a lot of people on the show. I don't know why, but I do. But that's how I know people from The Bachelor. Okay, I also got asked, do you/have you used dating sites? So yes, I am just not a dating app person. I have tried it, believe me. During COVID, I tried it again and I was like, okay, let's just give this a go. Let's just see what can happen. No, I had a very, very interesting experience with it. And I was just like, no, there's some very weird people in LA. So then I gave it a shot in Dallas and actually did go on a date with a guy in Dallas at the beginning of January. And it actually went really, really well. I'm still kind of talking to this guy, but he knows I still live in LA. He knows that I'm trying to transition back to Dallas, and he's been awesome. And that last date was really, really great. But it's like literally the second him and I matched on Hinge, I just deleted the app because I was like, I can't do this. Like, I download it and then I'll delete it, and I'll download it and delete it. And I promised myself after this most recent time when I downloaded it in January, I was like, I'm never downloading it again. Like, I just can't get behind it for some reason. I struggle with it. It's just not the way I want to meet somebody. I feel like it's really hard for me to genuinely find true Christians on the dating apps, like people that I feel like can support my career, that aren't trying to mooch off of me, that are godly men. So I don't know. I don't think I'm fully opposed to them, but for me personally, I really struggle with the dating apps. So I don't think I'm ever going to use dating apps ever again. But if you want to, go for it. But I just don't think it's for me. I don't know. Okay, Kayla asked me, who is your new roommate when you move back to Texas? And I'm going to announce that once I get back. Again, I moved back March 1st, so just stay tuned for that. But all I know is y'all are gonna love her. She's amazing. And I just think her and I are gonna do life really, really well together. Okay, Morgan asked me, in what ways have you grown since your last breakup? So you guys watched this breakup happen. Literally, y'all were there with me through everything. The last breakup I had was July 2019. That's when him and I broke up. And so I would say from then, oh my gosh, y'all, I could just do a whole podcast on this. I have a podcast called Happy and Healthy if you guys want to check that out. But I could do a whole podcast on this, and maybe I should, but I have just gained so much more confidence in myself, so much self-worth. I've learned just to let a man pursue me more and lead more. I've learned to just stop trying to control so much. I've learned what my worth and my value truly is, how to date out of a place of abundance versus a place of lack, how to just be an independent, high-value woman that doesn't necessarily need a man for things, but just can allow a man to help me. I've just learned to be very, very happy, being content, being single, and confident in who I am, and just doing things alone. And like, there's so many things I really, truly feel like I've learned since my breakup. And honestly, like, I'm so thankful for that relationship. I really wholeheartedly believe God used him to grow me and teach me things and to make me a better person. So I'm thankful for that. He's actually married now. He just got married this past weekend, and I'm really genuinely happy for him. He found somebody that is truly a better fit for him, and I'm not mad at it at all. Like, I congratulated him actually, And so it all works out really well. And so I'm continuing to learn. I'm really thankful for learning. And I just kind of plan on basically waiting to date again until I get back to Dallas, just because I don't think there's any need to date here in LA. So yeah, there's so much I've learned and I'm really thankful for it. But it's in the hard times and the brutal times, the painful times that you grow if you allow it to. So let that pain, let that breakup help you be a better person and teach you things. Someone asked me, are you excited for dating in Texas? And honestly, yes, I am. I really genuinely am. I think there's something so special and different about Texas guys. Now, it's not to say that LA guys can't be good. Like if in my perfect world, what I wish I could have is I wish I could have a guy that surfs and skateboards and is very outdoorsy and adventurous. But then I also want a little bit of the Texas guy who likes to two-step and watch football with me and goes to church and likes to barbecue. And like, I wish I could find that perfect combo, but I do think that Texas guys are more intentional. They're more sweet. They're more Southern. But also I think they sometimes can be a little boring because all they do is have 9-to-5 jobs, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But sometimes they can be a little bit more boring. Like, I like a little bit of spice. It's like that TikTok that's like, add a little bit of spice. That's what I want. Like, I don't know. But I definitely think I'm excited to kind of get back out there when I move back to Dallas and just see what happens. So overall, I would say yes. Okay, the next question is, was it hard to decide to move back home and why? And honestly, yes. It was a really hard decision to do that. I didn't want to leave LA. I really wholeheartedly did not. I wanted to be here another year. And then I just knew that the Lord was like, no. Like, I just knew that. And I started feeling like the doors here started shutting slowly but surely. Things I thought I wanted to happen. COVID happened. My roommate that was supposed to live out here with me decided she didn't want to move out here anymore. I felt like I was left alone then. I was thinking about living with Shelby Church, and then she was like, sorry, I need to sign a lease. So then she got different roommates. And so like all the doors just started shutting here, and there's really nothing left here for me in LA anymore besides, you know, my friends, which I love my friends, but I started realizing when I'm 27 and I want to start settling down and buying a house and getting married and getting a dog and doing all that and raising a family and being near my nieces and my nephews and my parents, like it just made sense. I'm about to be 27 on March 21st. It just makes sense now to move back. And so I was like, if I stay one more year, it's almost like I'm delaying the inevitable of what I really want to happen. And so I just kind of just felt like now is the time. And honestly, like I feel so much peace about moving. I am so unbelievably sad to leave California. Loved LA. I love my experience. I literally am so thankful for this place. So thankful. It's a beautiful place. I'm so happy I moved here. But I just felt like the Lord was just kind of like, you're almost going to be disobedient if you don't go back to Texas. So it was really hard. I thought I was going to stay here longer, but my heart started changing, and I knew in September something was different, and I felt the Lord tell me, you're not going to live alone anymore. And it's time for me to leave. And so I just started feeling like, okay, something's got to change. So I've been looking for a house since September essentially, and I'm now moving back March 1st. And so I'm sad. Believe me, I'm going to cry like a baby when I have to move back, but I'm also really ready for it. I really am. Okay, I gotta put pause on this video because I actually have to film a podcast. I'm scheduled to film a podcast in the next 5 minutes, so I gotta put a pause on this. I'll be right back. Boom. That was really cringy. Oh my gosh.
1 hour later.
Okay, we are back. I think the lighting changed. I have my sling back on because my arm was honestly killing me and I have ice in it. Someone asked me, did you get lip filler? No, I did not. I would never get lip filler. Just not really my thing. And I think sometimes it just looks a little too fake. That's if you don't have like a good job with it. Like you have to go to the right person. And so if they didn't do a good job, it can look a little, So no, I do not have lip filler. I'm kind of honored that you think that though. Does that mean I have good lips? But no, I don't have lip filler. So giraffes, next, too long. Discuss? You know, to be honest, what the giraffe does with his neck, it ain't my business. He can do whatever he wants with that neck. Like, yo, what that neck do? And I don't know, I guess God made them have a neck that long for a reason. It had some sort of design or purpose. So, yo, you do what you gotta do with that neck. You know, snap it back, throw it back. Give it all you got. It doesn't affect me in my daily life. I'm not losing sleep over giraffes' necks, personally. Okay, of course everyone wants to know, am I dating? Do I have a crush? Is there anyone I'm talking to? Yes. I would say recently I kind of got hurt by somebody. Someone just really played me and really just played games with my heart, and it was not cool. And I called them out on it and just was like, whatever. And I was just a little jaded there for a bit of just like, what the heck? Like, I thought men in Dallas were supposed to be different, and I guess they're not. But I don't think that all men suck or anything like that. But I definitely have had a crush on someone for over a year, and just timing never worked out with this person. I don't know what that will look like, but I've always had a crush on somebody. And I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But no, I'm not dating anybody. I really, like I said, I'm waiting till I go back to Texas to kind of really scope out the dating scene. But no, I'm not dating anybody. What is your love language? I am a words of affirmation, physical touch person. So when I'm in a relationship, I just love cuddling. I love making out. I mean, so serious though. I love hugging. I love like scratching their head. Like, I'm just a very affectionate person. Now, it has to be done at the right time, the right place, like having a healthy balance with it. But I love physical touch. And then I'm a big person on just someone even just saying like, I'm so proud of you, seeing the value of what I'm doing and just affirming me in that. It's sweet. And I definitely give love like that as well. Okay. Will you miss surfing when you move to Texas? Yes, I will. And honestly, I can't even surf the last month I'm here because I just injured my arm. So that kind of sucks. But there is this really cool surf park in Texas called, I don't remember the name. It's in Waco. It's about an hour and a half outside of Dallas. I'm definitely going to go there a lot because they like make waves at this park. And so I'm definitely going to go there quite a bit. But I have some surf trips already planned that I'm definitely going to do. So I will find ways. I'll be back in California. I might leave my surfboard here with my best friend and I'll go surfing whenever I come back. But overall, definitely yes, I'm going to miss the ocean and surfing. What kind of vibe are you going to do with your new house? So my roommate and I have talked about kind of just doing like a really modern feel. I feel like in my current home, it's a very farmhousey, beachy, airy kind of light feel. And I still absolutely love that. But I think what I'm going to do in Dallas is do a little bit more of a modern, chic kind of feel with blacks and golds and marbles. And I'll insert some pictures of my inspiration that I've taken from Pinterest. But overall, I think that's what I want to do. It's definitely not the cheapest style, so I'm going to have to get very creative and try to figure out what that looks like. So it's not that expensive, but I think that's the feel I want to go for. We both really want it to be really classy and mature and modern. Okay, someone asked me tips for someone starting their faith journey. So I have a whole podcast on this. It's literally called How to Grow Your Relationship with the Lord. I will have that link down below, so I don't have to reiterate everything I said here, but check that out. I will link it down below for you guys. What does it practically look like to be accountable to Christian friends? I think accountability with Christian friends looks like those are the people that you confess things to, you tell them things. If you're embarrassed or ashamed, or say you did something and you know it was wrong. Oh my gosh, what? My nose is like tickling. But those are the people that you go to when you're like, I know I messed up and I need to tell someone about this. So I have like probably 3 good friends in my life that I will tell them everything that I do, everything that's happened, everything that I'm thinking, things I'm struggling with, if I've made a mistake, if I've done something that I'm not proud of. And then also, those are the friends that if they see something in me and they're like, Jay, I don't think that's right. Like, that's not it. That's not how you're supposed to handle that. The way you thought or the way you spoke to that person, the way you did that. Like, I have friends literally call me out on my crap as they should. So I think that's what accountability looks like. So you do that for your friends and they do that for you too. Sometimes it's not fun, but it's sitting in the mess with your friends and the ugly stuff and making sure that your friend is okay. But if you see something that's not good or not Christ-like, you call them out in a loving way, but that you're like, yo, I love you, but I'm not going to let you stay there, so I'm going to call you higher. So that's what I think that looks like. Would you take birth control when you're married? That's an iffy conversation. That's an iffy one because a lot of other Christians believe that taking birth control is basically controlling God when, children are blessed from the Lord, and that's fine. I personally think I definitely will use some sort of birth control because when I get married, I don't want to have kids probably till I'm 30 and I'm 26 right now. And so I think I maybe would, but that's something I think I'd have to pray about and discuss with my future spouse. I know my sisters have taken it, but when they wanted to start having kids, they got off of it. So I don't know. I don't know how I totally feel about it right now, but I think most likely I would lean towards yes. Okay, the last question is... Okay, Heather asked me, when are you closing on the house? And I am officially closing on the house February 23rd. I'm so stoked. You guys have no idea the crap this house has put me through, but it has been such a blessing still because I've been just having to trust the Lord throughout the whole process. I cannot wait for y'all to see the house. I'm already making changes in the house as soon as the closing date starts. I'm making some changes in the kitchen and the paint and the interior. I'm adding a lot of additions like cabinets and different storage and things like that to really make sure my roommate and I have enough storage and stuff like that. So those are the first changes I'll probably make, but it's a very big open concept living room, so we have to work out all of that and figure out how that all works. But I'm so stoked for y'all to see the house. I will definitely do an empty house tour as soon as I move in, but that's when I officially close. I'm so excited. Yay. All right, you guys, that was my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed hanging out with me, and I had so much fun. I love just hanging out and chatting with you guys. It means the world to me that you guys watch this. If you made it to the end, give me a thumbs up and let me know. And stay continued. Oh my gosh, my arm is in so much pain. Good Lord. Make sure you're subscribed to my vlog channel and follow my Instagram because all the moving updates will be on there, and renovations and decorating and styling and seeing my roommate and our journeys and adventures and everything of that sort. So stay posted for that because tons of that content will be coming soon, as well as on this channel as well. I just said as well twice. I don't know why. Thank you guys for being a part of the journey. You guys have been amazing. I love you guys. And I will see you guys next Friday for another video, hopefully, if my arm allows me to. And yeah, it's been fun. Love you guys, and peace out, Girl Scout. Bye, guys.